have a process called the election. The voters spoke. I'll be held accountable and responsible for my actions and the decisions I make, and that's how I approach it. I never shrink from the responsibility of making what I think are the very tough decisions to move the city forward. People can express their views, but as it relates to what I have to do, the people had to vote, they made a decision, and I'm going to execute the responsibilities with being the mayor and be accountable for the decisions I make and be responsible for making those decisions.
Chicago Mayor and former Obama Chief of Staff Rahm Emanuel telling Politico he has no desire to resign despite mounting pressure to do so after a rash of police-related incidents in Chicago. Now it's gotten to the point that Congress may have to step in. For more, we are pleased to be joined by former Illinois Congressman Michael Patrick Flanagan. Michael currently serves as the president of Flanagan Consulting. Also joining us, Glen Downs. Glen is the former chief of staff for Congressman Walter B. Jones. Gentlemen, thank you to both of you for joining us right here on Newsmax Prime. How you doing?
Couldn't be better.
Happy to be here.
I love that attitude. All right, Michael, I want to start with you. What can you tell us about the role Congress will play in Chicago?
I think Rahm Emanuel's quote was particularly telling. The voters elected me. I've got the job. I'm going to do it. Well, had the voters known what they know now, they wouldn't have elected you. And there is no body in the Chicago area that has oversight of the mayor. The institutions that are supposed to have that oversight, the Cook County State's Attorney, the various IGs, even the Illinois Attorney General, they have no practical hammer on the mayor. The mayor is a force unto himself. Congress is the only thing separate and apart enough to come in and actually do some kind of oversight and actually have a look. And I think there should be some hearings on this particular business, not just about the police, but about the mayor's role in covering up these matters, not only to get himself reelected, but to try and keep them from ever coming to light. Because lest we forget, this stuff only came about because a court forced the video to be shown. Otherwise, we would have never seen it.
Well, Glenn, you have an expertise on workings on the Hill. What do you think? Will Congress want to take this issue up?
Well, I think Mike Flanagan is probably onto something when he talking about oversight and hearings and the like. But to my mind, the number one thing that, once again, Congress has great authority over, that's the power of the purse. Chicago and the state of Illinois generally has got terrific economic problems, and not least of which are pension shortfalls and the like. So it may not be tomorrow and it may not be next month, but Chicago and the state of Illinois are going to come to Congress for help, and that's when Congress can really have some teeth to demand some sort of accountability.
Well, the fact that there really hasn't been teeth into accountability in the city of Chicago, Michael, is that Republicans and conservatives in Chicago is almost an oxymoron. Why is that? What is the state right now, the GOP in Illinois?
Well, Chicago is a Stalinist state. There's one party that controls all political life and the press, by the way. Let us not think that there is a healthy, free, and independent press at work in Chicago. It was not the vaunted Tribune Company or the Chicago Sun-Times or any of the major television or radio stations that got this video shown. It was an independent pressman who got it done, who came in and was so appalled by this to get it done. The city of Chicago has been a closed shop, as they say in the union biz, for many, many years. And it's about time that got broke open. The healthy portion of a two-party system is that even if the one party is in a permanent minority, there's always somebody there watching saying, pay attention to this. There is no second party in Chicago. It does not exist.
Well, Glenn, is that a major problem? One party running things pretty much in Chicago?
It's a big problem not only in Chicago, but increasingly around the country. Obviously, we have two parties, active parties nationally, but sometimes you see, like we just saw on the budget deal there in Washington, or the spending deal, we saw the two parties colluding to come up with a product. There's, like the old joke goes, there's two parties, there's the stupid party and the evil party, and every once in a while they get together and do something bipartisan that's both stupid and evil. And so you have increasingly effectively one party rule, an establishment party in Washington, and a press like Mike Flanagan just described in Chicago that's not willing to do the hard looking into some of the people that are running things, lest the existing order be overturned.
All right, Michael, we got 30 seconds here. I know it's a sore spot for you, the tone and tenor of the president's message before the end of the year. What had you that so irked?
I read this and I nearly lost my mind. The headline was, the president says bad things about Trump. No, the president said bad things about the legion of voters who are going to vote for Trump, the great unwashed, the people clinging to their gods and guns, these poor, sad sacks who are too stupid to know that Trump is a bad guy. And if only we just have to be patient with them. It's so condescending. It's dripping with viciousness. I tell you, I am so tired of being talked down to by my president. At this time of year, he should be having an address about peace, about bringing us together. And what does he do? He takes pot shots at huge swaths of Americans.
All right, we're going to leave it right there. Michael, thank you so much. Glen Downs, great to see you as always. Want to thank you for your comments. And if you want to weigh in, we have several ways to do so. Send your comments in to me at newsmaxtv.com/comments. You can always send your comments via email, Facebook, and Twitter. We're going to be right back.